I recently pulled together a few family members and conducted some informal research to define how to be a good father. It quickly became clear that although they could articulate some basic ideas of good behavior, they could not easily create a list. And none of them mentioned good husband or co-parent as something that should go on the list. It doesn't help that in America today, we don't have a common definition of what a dad should be. The reason for this seems to be that prior to about the 1950s, there were very few mothers working full-time. But last year, in 2017, there were 74.6 million women in the civilian labor force, making up almost 47% of US workers. For about the last 70 years, the father landscape has been evolving at a pretty fast rate, and we men have had a difficult time adjusting. Prior to this, it was clear that a man's job was to go to work and make the money needed to support the family. Under those circumstances, because it was difficult for women to enter the workforce, women would then have to take the job of caring for the children, and any time a dad spent participating in raising the kids was considered a plus. However, now for every new family where the mother has to have a job outside of the house to help make ends meet, the old fatherhood paradigm dies. So, what should the new father model be? What is a good father? Well, if you do a Google search for what is a good father, fatherhood.gov appears with a paid ad on the first page. However, I find the government website more confusing than helpful. So, two sites I thought had good info. One, WikiHow, has a 4-part definition. 1, being present. 2, being a fair disciplinarian. 3, being a good role model. 4, being understanding. And the second website is the Good Man Project. It had a list of 100 items on it for being a good father. One thing I highly advise that we focus on is full commitment to our families. Also, as with most things, education will improve your odds of success. The more we know about any subject matter, including children, the better decisions we'll make. And don't forget, you must also be a good man to the mother of the children, because without her support, fatherhood is going to be truly challenging. As a final thought, allow me to share my fatherhood golden rule. I love my children the way I would have wanted to have been loved by my father.